Yo guys, what is up? Wala talo talaga tayo sa members Oh, akala ko matandar na tayo. White. Ito
What's
na.
the latest?
Nate White just dropped with potential trade details. Just mixed reaction on social.
Yeah, he just went on Top Text Daily to talk about it. I mean, I got it all queued up if you want to check it out.
All right, let's do it.
Stu?
So basically what I'm hearing right now is that Othella is considering offering MP in 3 first-round picks in exchange for Shep Owens. But, I mean, the organization is obviously, this like internal debate about whether the price is actually too high, but this is what it's looking like to actually get the deal done.
Thank you. It's about time. Bring Shep home.
You're wrong, Perk. They'd be giving up a huge haul for a player they could have drafted just a few months ago. If I'm team president, Phil Boyer, I don't see how I can sign off on this. Are those picks all unprotected?
Well, obviously it sounds a little ridiculous, right? But, I mean, from what I'm hearing, yes, you're correct. But Othello Hopkins was told to quote, blow them away in order to make this happen.
Well, he did.
I'm sorry, but that's way too much. Am I the only one who thinks this is ridiculous?
Unfortunately, yes. And I'll tell you another thing. If Phil Boyer had let his GM do his job and draft the guy that he wanted in the draft in the first place, he wouldn't even be in this mess. Mistakes were made. Now clean them up.
How did they make a mistake? MP looks every bit the prospect Shep does right now. I don't see how you can justify this deal without admitting that your organization is actually just in complete disarray. This is a mess, all right, but it has nothing to do with MP.
I'm confused. Because what is this part about Phil overruling Othella?
Well, apparently Shep was Othella's guy before.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because it always seems so personal to him. Like well beyond some sort of clash with Freddie.
Well, it's both. Look, I did some digging, and Phil hiring Freddie just kind of pushed him over the edge. Like, he wasn't your biggest fan, but once Freddie was hired, he was convinced that you were part of some plot to overthrow him.
Bro, this is insane, man.
Nah, it's kind of just Othella.
So what do we do now?
Phase
Do we
3.
have to do anything? I mean, that trade is literally crazy. Phil would never sign off on that. I mean, would he?
No, patay.
I don't know.
Seriously?
Look, it's hard to get a read, man. I mean, Boyer keeps his cards close to the vest.
So now it's hard for you to get a read.
Look, I know that this is stressful, MP, but we've got a plan. All right, this isn't unexpected.
Alright, then what
Mukhang
is it?
matutuloy yung trade natin.
Othella has been using Nate to leak his agenda to the press.
Right?
So it's time we do the same thing.
And you've already done all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fans are on your side. The narrative of Othella having outdated methods has already been established. I mean,
Right.
all we really have to do is tell your side of the story in full. It's time to chop his head off.
Wow, you just can't help yourself.
Oo,
Well,
ako
how am I the only one that's
pagka-trade
excited?
natin.
Our plan is working beautifully. I mean, we have Othella right where we want him.
Okay, I will set up a conference call with Nate. This is our ace in the hole. We'll tell him everything that's been going on behind the scenes. Nate will publish those facts. National will pick up on that story, and we'll be golden.
And we use Nate because he's been the most critical of me up until this point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're at tribal council, and Othella is about to be voted off
no.
the island.
No. I'll let you know when the conference call is set up. Can you pay attention to your phone, please?
I'm looking forward to it.
This is going to be a stressful game. Will natin yung tank
And at
natin.
this point of the season, Greg, many coaches still are
Gusto tayo trade
maneuvering
tayo.
their lineups, trying to find the right formula.
Especially the younger team. There's no real established pecking order, and guys can be wildly inconsistent from night to night.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Wiggins. Josh Giddey is out there with Gilgeous Alexander. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Pokuševski in at the 4 slot. And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Wiggins surveying the floor.
Buti kalaki nito.
Inside, puts it up from 7, and it's Giddey getting it to go.
That's outstanding footwork by Josh Giddey. Finishing the painted area. I can do that too.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks. Mark Dagnall and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Was looking for his guys to put up a terrific performance tonight, especially at the defensive end. He said, we want to use our length and athleticism to protect the rim and make it hard for shooters to get clean looks. This is the first meeting of the season between these two. Guys, we'll see how it comes out.
Well, David, thank you. We'll be looking for the defensive-minded approach coming in, Greg.
I like that they're focused on getting stops. Gives them the opportunity to turn that defense into offense.
Absolutely, and it keeps the score within reach. It keeps you out of desperation mode at the offensive end. That's never a good way to play.
Here's McCollum following the score by Oklahoma City. The dish to MP. Just 3 to shoot, and he makes that one.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He had 15 points last outing. Pass to Holmgren. Pelicans pull it in. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And we'll see if anything's different this year, because they didn't match up well with this team last year, getting swept in the season series. Even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of this game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And he sinks the second. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by McCollum. Good on the bucket.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Down low. Williamson left side. Mendoza. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Mendoza's got 5 points so far.
And as we've watched him develop, Zion has steadily improved his passing ability.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
A unique type of player. Chet with great length and skill. But the keys to reaching his potential will be durability and improving his strength.
And that one misses. Hey, Greg, Holmgren is thin.
Ba't nyo binangko? Matatalo na naman tayo nito.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Oklahoma City.
Well, they haven't been afraid of getting hit on the way up, marching their way to the line and capitalizing.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins is out there with Holmgren. And it's man in at the shooting guard position.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
The pass to Wiggins. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Holmgren. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Thunder are trying to build something that will last. The front office says you stick to your principles, your values, and you think long term. We're focused on building a sustainably great team. We continue to be forward-facing in that respect. Kevin, back to you.
It's a good philosophy, and they're not looking for any shortcuts, which is admirable. David thinks. Man can't hit. Pelicans trail by 3. MP takes to McCollum, passes it to Murphy. And here is Williamson.
Wala yan. Para sa tiyan.
And he makes good on the layup.
Williamson's
got his first bucket in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
I think when you begin talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder, the first name you have to bring up, obviously, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a guy who can lead an organization, both with his skill set and his leadership abilities.
Here's Pokusevski.
Rebound na tayo
This
dito.
game, 26 points. Connects from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the rise and fire, continuing to evolve as a three-point threat.
Here's Mendoza. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 9 points for MP. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He can, and for the Thunderdors, they're so excited about SGA being the face of their team.
Well, the commitment they made tells you all you need to know. He's signed through the year 2027, meaning he's here for the long haul, and he has a great attitude about it. They have told him you are a cornerstone here in Oklahoma City.
Here's Mendoza. He nails it, and we're tied up. Mendoza's got 11 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
Man, it's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 7, and Giddey gets it to go.
To me, it's the ability to facilitate that enhances Josh Giddey as a scorer. You've got to play him for both, and right now he's cooking the defense.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Giddey. Williams with the ball. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Herbert Jones is checked in for Williamson. New Orleans has gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. McCollum kicks to Ingram. Giddey against MP. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. 15 points in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Dalawa na kami nagbabaga niyo. Kolum.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Favors. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Mendoza with the bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Gilgeous-Alexander against McCollum. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Here's Mendoza. Banked in off the glass. Mendoza's got the lead up to 6 now for New Orleans.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
To end the run. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so that brings the first half to a close. Pelicans lead by 6. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And what a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. C.J. McCollum out there with MP. And it's Murphy in at the small forward. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Tapos na pala yung
And he's
natin.
putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
Thunder trailing by 9. Wiggins kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Giddey. On the wing, Wiggins from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Mendoza. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10, double-digit perfection.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good work there as it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
So smooth, so pretty off the dribble drive. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander doing work.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
There is no let up in this man. He is doing everything in his power to keep this game close.
Giddey against MP. That one drops for him. Mendoza's got 23 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Giddey has been attracting admirers, including LeBron James. King said he's really, really good. He has a great pace about the game, great vision. Josh is one of those kids who can...
Lalamang.
35 seconds left in the third. MP with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Kulit mo pa.
For New Orleans, they have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
Gandang block sana, no?
No good on that one. Okashevsky's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Sakto naman yung ano ko.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game so far. 19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Uy, pinilit.
And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And so it's New Orleans. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. A comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Favors is out there with Muscala. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Pokusevski in at the 3 slot. And here's MP for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Muscala's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Di ba assignment pa?
Here's Pokusevski. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
This guy's got a lean frame, but he is willing to mix it up. Draw.
Last minute. Ilan tayo? Okay lang.
109 left in the fourth quarter of this one. MP against Giddey. Mendoza's shot is off. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pelicans.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for C.J. McCollum.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Mendoza's shot is off. And stolen by MP. There's the pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to MP. Shoots. No good. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total.
Ang balita.
How you feeling, big guy? You nervous?
I wouldn't say nervous, but I don't do stuff like this normally, so I am kind of.
Okay, well, we're doing this on speakerphone, so if you need any help, we'll be jotting down some answers on our phones so we can show you.
More like suggestions. It's
Okay.
most important for you to handle this in a way that feels comfortable for you.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
I really
no
appreciate your support,
problemo.
Yeah.
I know, battling it out in the presses and how you want to go about it.
As soon as you made a decision, I was on board.
Good.
I trust you.
Hey, I really hate to
And
interrupt
I'm here
this
for you
tender, touching
always.
moment, but Nate is waiting on line 1 right now.
How long has he been on hold?
20 minutes? But I just wanted to make him squirm a little bit.
Look, we're giving him a huge scoop. He can wait all day long if he
You
has.
guys are so devious. You know that?
It comes with the package. But look, focus up, man. You
All
ready
right.
to do this?
Breathe in, breathe out.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hey, Nate, I'm here with MP.
Great. For a minute, I thought you forgot about me, but MP, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. I'm looking forward to setting the record straight.
Anonymously.
Yes, of course. And as far as readers are concerned, this is coming from a source familiar with the organization's thinking. Is that what we're talking about?
Perfect.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see. MP, so why don't you start with telling me about Othella's relationship with Freddie Novak?
Ano sasagot natin? Ganda ng suggestion niya.
Okay, so I haven't really seen them interact with each other much, but from what I understand, Othella is convinced that Freddie is angling for a job.
Wait. So it's not just about the PR initiatives?
Nah, man, I'm told it goes way beyond that, Again, you'd have to double check all this, but apparently Othella is paranoid about Freddie's relationship with Phil Boyer. And ever since Freddie was hired to help smooth things over between me and the fans, Othella has been telling people that he thinks he's on his way out.
This is good stuff. I mean, is there any truth to it, though?
Not as far as I know, but Freddie probably wouldn't mention it to me. But I don't get the sense that he's trying to do something like that. He's a real down-to-earth guy. He knows where his strengths lie and tries to empower those around him. He's just not that kind of person that would try to get a GM fired. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
So has the paranoia showed up in other aspects of Othella's work that you're aware of?
Ano? Trade na lang?
I mean, the biggest example is the trade proposal. He thinks that if he trades me, that means that Freddie has failed. And if Freddie has failed, then Freddie gets fired. And if Freddie gets fired, then Othella's safe.
Whoa. So he's GMing now to save his job,
Mhm.
not to help the team?
Exactly.
This is some pretty explosive stuff, man. But while we're at it, is there anything else I should know about?
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, Othella Akpem is a good man who just lost his way. He's worried about his job security. That's why he's making decisions that will cripple the franchise for years to come. He wants to give away 3 first-round picks in addition to me for Shep Owens. I mean, why would you do that when I'm at least the same level prospect as Shep? I'll tell you why, because he's paranoid and bitter. And it all started when Phil Boyer overruled him on draft night.
So he was in favor of Shep all along.
Yes.
Correct. Yep. But then I started finding success on the court. Freddie's plan started working off the court as well, and Othella just went off the deep end. And now we're here. You know, he's fighting for everything the organization is trying to do to improve because he feels threatened. You know, and when a guy like Othella feels like his back is against the wall, he lashes out, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. You know, it's unfortunate, but I got nothing against the guy personally. I'm just say that. But he's just not in his right mind at all.
Sumasang-ayon naman si Ashley sa
And
mga
he's got to
sinasagot
go before he
natin.
throws the next 10 years down the drain before, just to satisfy his own ego.
You know, I think that's gonna have to do it for today, Nate. You good?
I'm more than good. This is what us reporters live for. But I've got to verify all this, of course.
Of course.
And I mean, this is a tremendous scoop. And if I have any questions, I'll reach out. But otherwise, you gentlemen have a great day.
Thank you, Nate. Pleasure working with you.
So how'd I do?
How'd you do?
Yeah.
You crushed that.
Don't lie to me, bro. I was so nervous,
That
man.
was great.
Off.
Mila, Ash, give me something.
Not bad at all. I have no complaints.
Okay, mong...
Now, we wait. Now, I expect the report to be out in
Okay,
a few
nasagot
days,
natin.
so until then,
Yeah.
you just do what you do.
Ball out.
Ball out. That's right.
Parang ang ginagawa ay exorcism yamashite. Yan, hanggang dito na lang. Peace out.